WWE game series has been around forever, and each year new features are added and removed according to the style of the product, or whatever it may be, but they usually end up coming back in a few years. Now we have WWE 2K18 right around the corner, and I've made a list of my personal favorite features that I would love to see return into the franchise. Starting off at number 10, we have the special referee match. Now the special referee match was in some of the older games, but wasn't brought back until WWE 13, and only lasted until 2K14, and of course then we made the jump to next gen, and we haven't seen the mode since. And now that we have Superstar Studio, we can make any member on the roster a referee with a referee outfit, and we don't have the special referee mode, so it seems like a no-brainer that this mode should return. It was a very fun mode, and it was a good way to spice up universe modes and all sorts of things like that. So special referee mode, my number 10 returning feature. And at number 9, we're gonna have the Wacky Characters. Now this one is a little bit of a personal preference, but all the weird specialty characters in these games really made them special for me. Think of like the Druid from SmackDown vs. Raw 2011, the Red and Blue moveset guys, John Laurinaitis, and even the Terminator crossovers. I love that kind of stuff. So again, more of a personal preference. I don't know if too many people like them, but these characters kind of make the games a little bit more fun. They're kind of less serious, and I think they'd be a good addition into some future WWE games. Number 8, we got Road to WrestleMania. And now Road to WrestleMania was one of those fun game modes I've ever played in the WWE games. My favorites are the last 3 that they had for the creator wrestlers. And these stories were sometimes even better than WWE. We had a fan becoming a wrestler, we had fighting druids and nightmares, and we had a modern day WCW takeover. And I don't even think this mode even needs to come back, but definitely its story driven features should be added into my career. Try to give that mode a little bit more of a guidance and more of a goal, and it would really make my career more of a special, tailored experience. Number 7, we're gonna have the Backstage roaming. Now this is in the same vein as Road to WrestleMania, and the Backstage roaming, this was really only in SVR 2011. I think there was a little bit in WWE 12. But you could walk backstage, you could speak to the GM, you can go to a locker room, you could pick fights with people backstage, and it was very fun. And I think this could work in my career. I think you could replace the entire menu and just integrate these features into my career. So when you walk up to the door to go into the gorilla position, and that's when you enter your match, go to the GM, adjust your attributes, all stuff like that, you could do that within the menu, change your outfits in the locker room. I think it could work very well. So backstage roaming in my career. Alright, at number 6, we're going to have another kind of personal preference. This is going to be the animated matchup screens in these games. So, in the older games, I used SVR 2007 and 2011 for this one. And basically what you'd see is your superstars like iconic pose or taunt whenever you'd select them for a match in the matchup screen. And I always thought that was very cool. I actually played on PS2 before I got the Xbox 360. So it was very cool to me that they could animate themselves. And now that we move from renders to actual in-game models for the pictures, I think we should take that a step further in the new games and give us fully animated selection screens. And I think that'd be a very cool feature that kind of make the games a little bit more special and give them a little bit more heart. And it was something very cool to me in the older games, and like I said, I'd love to see it back in WWE 2K18. Alright, so at number 5, another smaller feature. I don't even know if you call it a feature, but the Tribute to the Troops arena was one of my favorite arenas in the game. And we have this awesome new outdoor lighting in the games with the WrestleMania 31 arena. And Tribute to the Troops, man, that was fun. You had all the soldiers in the back and the tanks and everything. Even if they were to just add this template back into create an arena, which we had in some of the later Xbox 360 games, I think that would be very cool. So the Tribute to the Troops arena is my number 5 wanted feature. At number 4, we have the Slobberknocker mode, and this was essentially an infinite gauntlet match. You choose whoever you want to play as, and you just have an infinite number of opponents coming in. You quickly get finishers, and you occasionally have knockouts, and just until you were beaten, you would be beat. It was a very fun mode. It had a leaderboard and everything, so you could rank with other people. I think it definitely give the game some longevity, give it some competitive edge. People would want to always be the best at the gauntlet match. And it was just fun. It's another way to make the game more fun, less simulation, more arcadey. But I think that's good. It adds to the balance of those two, and it would contribute to a more fun WWE game. So the Slobberknocker match is my number 4 pick. At number 3, we have the match creator. Now this one's very simple. It wouldn't really be too hard to add back into the game. So this one you could just change the rules. You could change what weapons you add in Extreme Rules. You could do Elimination Chamber 1-on-1 match. You could do an Inferno Ring 1-on-1 match. You could even just choose the steel cage. You could have the blue steel cage or the old school Attitude Era, or you could have the new steel cage. Things like that just gives a little more freedom, a little more fun into the game. And I think it'd be a great addition and a quick one into the next game. At number 2, we're gonna have GM mode, and you know this would make the list. And of course, in GM mode, you would draft your own roster to either Raw or SmackDown, later ECW. And you just try to beat them in ratings. You draft rosters with different contracts, and you have a set budget. You try to beat them in the ratings war. You make trades and all sorts of feuds and stuff. Some of these features have been integrated into Universe mode, but now, since we have the sort of rebirth in GMs with Daniel Bryan and Kurt Angle, I think this is a great opportunity to bring GM mode back into the games and make it a perfect fit for our new brand split ratings war. So GM mode is my number 2 most wanted feature. Coming in at number 1 is Story Creator. So this was such a useful tool to me, a very special one to me. It's kind of what got me into making wrestling videos on YouTube. And it was used for so many things. You could make your own game, basically. You can make your own storylines with branching options, all sorts of stuff like that, and add matches to them. Or if you're on YouTube, you could recreate promos and recreate sort of what happens in WWE and make your own things just using those scenes and previewing them. Now we have the tools kind of already there. In the creative video mode, we have the cutscenes, but I think we should take it a step further, give it some dialogue options, give it those branching options, allow us to preview them in the full resolution, and give us our full-blown story creator back. Like I said, we have the cutscenes, so the bulk of the work is already done, and I think Story Creator is a much-needed addition, and something very missed by most of the fans of the franchise. So I think Story Creator is a no-brainer, and that is going to be my number 1 most wanted feature for WWE 2K18. Now, like I said in the beginning, this is my opinion. This is things I want to see back that I enjoyed from my older experiences with these games. I want to know your wanted features if they didn't make the list, or if you agree or disagree. Of course, I want to know all that stuff, so leave your comments. Of course, this channel is going to be your hub for all sorts of WWE 2K18 content and some older wrestling games, so if you like any of that stuff, make sure to subscribe, check out our other videos, and we will see you in the next WWE 2K18 video.